Okay, I have no idea where my Daniel Smith raw sienna or burnt. Well, I do have the burnt sienna, but I don't. Maybe I never bought raw sienna in Daniel Smith. But anyway, I have different brands to try. Some brands you might not have heard of or might find if you're in the United States. It might be a little harder to find now. Um, but I used to buy a lot of handmade watercolors from different places, and they're not quite as, I mean, they're available, I think, if you want to pay a crazy amount of money to get them. So I have more than enough watercolors to last me a very long time. So hopefully they'll last until the tariff craziness is over. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm doing this on the right side. Yep, there we go. And I'm using this Hahnemuller agave watercolor paper that is 70% agave fiber and 30% cotton rag. It works really well for swatching. Not great for like heavy duty work, like lifting, putting masking tape around. It'll rip the paper. If you use masking fluid, it'll also make it quite a mess. So I would not use it for anything other than just simple paint, but it looks lovely otherwise. So let's start. And I will mark these as I go because I do like to have freedom to have space for what I want to do. And if I write the names underneath, I feel limited. So this is just how I'm going to roll today. So this is the Michael Harding Burnt Sienna. And that one, it is PR 101. Get a nice amount of paint on here. And I'll bring it down. It's really lovely. This is a lovely burnt sienna. It's very, very nice. And this is Michael Harding. And burnt sienna, PR 101. All right, let's try next to it let's see. Oh, I have Daniel Smith. Let's try the Daniel Smith next to that. See how they compare. And the Daniel Smith is, okay, it's a different formulation. It's PBR7. I'll write that down later. All right. This looks like it's going to be a little more browny. Yeah. Everybody will have their preference. I'll have mine, and I'll let you know what my favorites are. Right now, I can say I prefer the Michael Harding to the Daniel Smith Burnt Sienna. Both very nice, but this one is more brown, and I do like the orange in the Burnt Sienna. And it's a little more, feels a little, I don't know, not as opaque. It's pretty, but anyway. So this is You Be the Judge. Daniel Smith. PBR7. Burnt Sienna. All right. Next, I will be trying, there is a brand that you can get, or I hope you can still get it, from Jackson's Art Supply. It's called Rosa Gallery. And it is a very reasonably priced. I think each of these pans, and it's larger than these half pans. It's not a quite full pan, but almost. A 3/4 pan, I guess. For $3 and some odd cents. So made in Ukraine, and really nice find. So this is a burnt sienna. I don't know what it looks like, but I don't remember. Oh, this is pretty. I like it. Super autumn. And I think part of this is that these are autumn colors, and I wanted to try them out. I'm in that fall mood. And that's why I pulled a bunch of these kind of browns and reds and oranges from my Daniel Smith collection to try swatching if I had time. I don't know if I will today or in this video, but there we go. This is Burnt Sienna by Rosa Gallery, and this one is PR101. So it's similar to Michael Harding 101, and it's Rosa Gallery. You should check them out, seriously. Really. How's everybody's fall going? If you want to make requests for things that you'd like to see me do, I will try my best to fulfill your wishes. And with that, I really appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate your thumbs up, liking the video. They get more views that way. And I'm doing this for fun. I'm not monetized, and I don't plan to be. That sounds so stressful. I am just doing this for fun and to share my love of art and color, and right now watercolor. And then this next one I'm going to do is from Deep Deep Light, and it's Burnt Sienna. Deep Deep Light is a handmade watercolor brand that many of you I'm sure have heard of. They're from Latvia. They make beautiful paints, a lot of muted colors. I think their palette's gorgeous, and their paints are lovely. This is more of a brown burnt sienna, so it's because I have a preference for the orange. I'm not as keen on this one, but let's see what happens. They do a lot of granulating colors. I don't know if this is going to granulate or not. And we'll see if they have some undertones in here that are more orange or red based. We'll see what pops up as this dries. And I'm going to put a little bit more dark here and add a little bit more water on the bottom and play with it that way. And so this one I do not have the pigments for, sorry. So deep light. These you have to go on their website. This doesn't go through a large distributor. This goes through their own website called Deep Deep Light. And this is Burnt Sienna. Now I know I had Sennelier, but I don't know where that palette is, to be honest with you. And I would be tearing up the house looking for it, so I'm just gonna pass. So the next one I will do is a French brand that I got this actually in Spain. Yes, when I was in Spain, because I love to frequent all the art stores when I'm in other countries, of course. And this was cool because they don't carry this at all, really, in any of the, I'm not sure how I would order it. I don't know. I've never tried that. But this is, I think you probably could order some from their website directly. and it's called Le Franc Bourgeois, and it's Le Franc Bourgeois Paris. And if you are in Europe, I'm sure you probably have heard of them. If you are here in the United States, okay, now I am confused. Which one? So there's two colors that look super similar to each other, and one is, let me see, let me read what that would be. One is a light red and one is a burnt sienna. And I think this is the burnt sienna. Yeah, pretty sure. Wets really nicely, very highly pigmented. If you're in Europe or you're traveling and you go into an art store, you could probably find these, especially if you go live in Paris. They have wonderful oil paints. There is a person on YouTube that I follow named Stuart Davies, and he's an oil painter, wonderful artist, and that's the first time I ever heard of Le Franc Bourgeois. He uses their paints pretty much exclusively in his work. And his most famous video was, it was called The Illusion of Detail. What was it? The Illusion of Detail, or the, I don't remember, but if you look him up, you'd probably find that video. It's really nice. It's inspiring. So this Deep Deep Light does have some orange undertones in there, and it's granulating, and that's cool. So this one is kind of a more of a red, a reddish. I'm gonna try that other one. Just bear with me here. These two are together, and I didn't mark the palette itself, and I'm gonna see if which one is the burnt sienna. Oh yeah, I think it's the other one. This is more of a red. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, this is all experimentation, and this is Le Franc Bourgeois. How do I spell that again? Bourgeois. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Burnt sienna. And just to tell you what that color is, this one is light red. It's not a burnt sienna. And that's Le Franc B, LFB. Okay. All right, the last burnt sienna I'm going to test out with everyone today is from Schmincke. And I think a lot of you have heard of Schmincke. They're out of Germany, and they're highly available even in the United States. And which one? Okay, it's this one. This one's the burnt sienna. Oh, that's lovely. And I don't have the pigment in these. These are palettes I've had for years now. When did I get this? Oh, at least 6 years ago, probably. And I haven't been using it. It's been kind of packed away, but I should crack these out and use them. They're nice. All right, so that is burnt sienna from Schmincke. And that is burnt sienna. All right, those will dry. And now we'll go on to testing out the different raw siennas. So let's start. Oh, and Winsor Newton, I couldn't find a burnt sienna from Winsor Newton, and I know I had it. I just don't know. Maybe I used it up. Or maybe it's sitting in, you know, when you fill up the palettes with these and it's somewhere. And I don't know where it is right now. Let's try Winsor Newton Raw Sienna. I don't know if I put enough paint out for that. Okay. And Winsor Newton. Raw Sienna. And the pigment number on this is, oh dear, so small. The writing is so small. Okay, PY42 and PR101. Okay. I like that. The next one I'm going to swatch is from Michael Harding. I don't have the Daniel Smith Raw Sienna. I don't. If I have it, I don't know where it is. I'll do it next to it. Okay, so this is more of a brown, earthy. Well, and this is Michael Harding, Michael H. Raw Sienna, and let's see what the pigment makeup of that one is, because it's quite different than this one. This one is a lot more yellow and golden, and this one is different. This one is PBR7. Interesting. I don't know how, and they don't list anything else on there. It looks so different than this Daniel Smith burnt sienna that says it's a PBR7. So I don't really understand how they get that. PBR7. Same pigment, at least that's what they say, and yet the color is completely different. So beats me. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is from Deep Deep Light. Oh, I think I'm gonna let that sit for a second here. Okay. That's Raw Sienna by Deep Deep Light. And I'll just put DDL. Raw Sienna. And again, they didn't list the pigment here. And this one is from Rosa Gallery. This one almost looks like a raw umber. Well, not really. It's a raw sienna. It's a little more brown. I mean, very useful color. I will pick my favorite after they dry. I'm going to reserve judgment here until I give them all a good shot. And if you want to list your favorites in the comments, it'll be fun to see what you guys think. All right, now on to Le Franc Bourgeois. Bourgeois. It's time for me to go to France. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Work has been a lot. So that's to say the least. So it would be nice to have a vacation, a European vacation. But you need a lot of time. If you're going to travel from the US to Europe or anywhere far away, I think you need at least a month. That's at minimum 3 weeks. Oh, it's just, did I do that right? Hold on. I think I just dropped the paper. Yes, that is correct. This is raw sienna. And it's very yellow and it's almost looks like gold ochre. I'm confused. I'm going to do both. They're together. They're next to each other. And I just want to make sure I have the right one. They're so similar. And I have a card here where I did it before so I can compare. This is the raw sienna. I'm sorry if I'm confusing you guys. This is raw. No, it isn't. This is not raw sienna. It is. Raw sienna, Rosa Gallery. And this is raw sienna. By Le Franc B. And this is their gold ochre. It's very nice. I like it. Okay. They're so similar. So similar. All right. The last one is from Schminke. And that one is this color here. Okay. This is from Schminke. And it's raw sienna. And I will bring this this up closer to the camera so you can see. And I will let these dry. And while they're drying, I'm going to, let's see, I have some cool like fall colors over here that I pulled from different brands. I'll just swatch those for fun here where I did the little mixes. Let me pause this. Not quite yet. I did forget something. My beautiful A Gallo paints. And I have raw sienna and burnt sienna in this small palette. So I will swatch those for you because they just are lovely paints. And I also found my little Sennelier palette. Let's see if if this one has the color I'm looking for. It has burnt sienna and it does have burnt sienna, but they don't have raw sienna in here. And now the trick is finding it, and I think it's yeah, I found it. So let's swatch the Sennelier burnt sienna, and I'll do that up here. Oops. No, I don't think Sennelier paints ever really granulate. And this does not have raw sienna, so that's good for that one. I have SA colors too, but I'm mad at them, so I'm not even going to show you their colors. They were so rude when the last time I had a conversation with them. It was so, I love their colors, but their customer service it was a big fail recently. I know maybe they were just fed up with the U.S. and thinking, well, we're not going to be shipping much to the U.S. anymore, so who cares about the American customers? Even though I pretty much own their whole line. I did maybe 3 or 4 videos of showing their paints, and I'm not sponsored by anyone, by the way. But they were really not nice. I don't know. They didn't. I shouldn't be saying anything, but anyway, I'm just not gonna add them to this. So let's see. This is a Sennelier, and it's burnt sienna. I guess everybody likes a little bit of tea now and then. Yeah. I heard from some other people that they had a odd experience with them around this time. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, if you're, anyway. Next, let's see, is Rose. I'm going to do A Gallo. I'm going to have to do the burnt sienna down here. I didn't want to do it that way, but let's see, where is the burnt sienna? So we got that one. Is that? No, that's not their burnt sienna. Almost messed up. Did I mix the colors up? Buff, Morellone. Almost, well, Yeah, that is, oh, and I had blue on my brush. So their burnt sienna is almost brown. Unless I'm pulling the wrong, let me pull it out because this just doesn't seem right. Oh. I'm gonna get this all over my fingers. Yeah, it is. It is. That is their burnt sienna. Very, very brown burnt sienna. Doesn't look like a burnt sienna to me. And again, I don't have the pigments on these. A Gallo is a handmade brand out of Italy. And I do love their paints. Oh, their version of burnt sienna is quite brown. And I got some kind of a blue on this brush. I'm gonna have to switch brushes. All right, this is A Gallo, and that's burnt sienna. And the next one is where's the raw sienna? Did they? Yeah, there it is. I think I really like this raw sienna. Just wet it a little bit more. Some of the earth tones take a little bit more to get moving. They put a little bit of rosemary oil in their paints. They use honey base. So does Michael Harding. That's a honey base. Sennelier is a honey base. What else is a honey base on here? I think Deep Light is too. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure though. I don't know what it is about raw sienna, but I just really like it. I really do, especially this time of year. So this is like my fall comparison palette. Ode to Fall. This is A Gallo. Raw sienna. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to let it dry. All right. Now I'm just going to do some swatching of some random colors that I like. Here. Let's see here. Let's switch out some palettes. Excuse the mess in there, but I don't like wasting paint. I do waste a lot of paint, but I don't like it. This is something from Horadam, which is a Schminke line. This is the Horadam Naturals. It's Dragon's Blood, and I'm going to swatch it for you. Let's see what the pigments are on this one. It's vegan and natural. It's a vegan line of paints, I think. I love the name Dragon's Blood. Well, where are your pigments? I just have to know where to find them. They've got to be on here somewhere. Unless it's proprietary. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Oh well. It's a very transparent, reddish, brownish. It's not super strong. I don't know what it is about this color that attracted me, but I like it. It does kind of look like blood. 'Tis the season. Halloween, blood. Okay. So that's the Schminke Horadem Dragon's Blood. And I like, let's see. Okay, I'm going to put these back so I don't mix them up and do them over again. Now I have a couple of quinacridone golds I can compare here. Yeah, I have 3 different ones. So I can compare 3 quinacridone golds. All right, this one is Michael Harding. Oh, there's filler coming out. Okay. Oh no, this is not. This is French Yellow Ochre. Oh, it's a nice color. I'll swatch it. It's similar. It's a yellow ochre, more of a kind of browner tone. And this is French Yellow Ochre. And this is Michael Harding. And it's French Yellow Ochre. And it's PY43. These are great fall colors, actually. Okay. Now on to the 2 quinacridone golds I have. I have a Daniel Smith and a Michael Harding. Let's go with the Michael Harding. I thought that quinacridone gold, for some reason I heard was discontinued in a lot of lines, or maybe what they used to make it with might have changed for whatever reason. But Michael Harding still does have quinacridone gold. And I think Daniel Smith still carries it. It's been a while. As you can see, there's not much left in this tube. It's a well-loved tube of paint. So, oh, yeah, a lot of golden yellow undertones in this Michael Harding version of quinacridone gold. Quin Gold Michael Harding. pretty. And let's see how I will do this. Well, that's hard to compare considering it's a different paper and they're not next to each other. So that wasn't very well thought out, Daphne. Okay. Let me try it on this. Maybe we do these two together on here. Oh. Yeah, I'll just do it on here. Okay, so Michael Harding. I'll have to pour it out again because it's too diluted now. And that is PY 150 and PR 209. Oh, this is almost dry. Wow, this is an old one. So if they did discontinue it and are using different pigments to make this color, this is going to be the original quinacridone gold. I don't know if that's really the case, and I could be mistaken. Oh, it's quite different, I think. That's quite nice. I like it. I like this. Yeah, Daniel Smith. Quin Gold. And if someone wants to enlighten me on the situation that we have going on here with the quinacridone gold from Daniel Smith, is the original formula still available? Or have they changed the formulation? Did they discontinue it? And I have smashed this in such a way that I can't read the pigment. Ugh. I don't even, did they put it on here? Well, I don't see it, so. Okay. Just lift a little bit of that water off. All right, well this is, I actually really like this one. Yep. All right. Next color I absolutely love, and it is called Quinacridone Burnt Orange by Daniel Smith. So now I'm not doing comparisons. Now I'm just sharing some colors that I like. I'm just going to dip my brush in here. This is Quinacridone Burnt Orange. And this is all in honor of the fall season and great colors. That is just so gorgeous. Holy moly, that is a beautiful color. I do really like it. Let's see. Now, does it have the pigment? Yes, it does. It says pigment, quinacridone gold. But they don't list the numbers. Really interesting. Okay. So this is quinacridone burnt orange. Daniel Smith. Yeah, so if you're interested in filling out your fall palettes, that's what this might help you to decide to. If you see something that you don't have that you might like, that might be in your budget, and that's, maybe you'll see something that sparks your fancy. This one's quinacridone Sienna, and this is another beautiful one, similar to this burnt orange, but look at that. Oh, wow. I just always love it. Okay, so this one is quinacridone Sienna. This is interesting because this says burnt orange, but this one is actually almost more orangey. Okay. And okay, they just say the pigment is a quinacridone coral. Oh, there's, okay, PR209, PO48, and nickel azo yellow, which is PY150. Okay, let me, oh goodness. They don't make it easy to read these. PR209, PO48, nickel azo, PY150. All right. Maybe the burnt orange had the same situation going on. This one is PO48. And it's quinacridone gold. And that's it. That's all they list there. All right. I recently bought this. We'll get to try it out. It's called Garnet Genuine. I don't remember what this looks like. Garnet Genuine. Hold on, it has an interesting smell. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it smells like mothballs? Something has an interesting scent to it. What is that? They have some kind of something in there that has an interesting smell. Genuine garnet. That's all they list. Garnet, genuine. If any of you have this and you have an interesting, is it mothballs? I don't know. It's got a really kind of almost a chemical-y smell to it. It's strange. But it's a great fall color. Great fall color. And let's see, this one is, a favorite of mine, Bloodstone Genuine. Add this to anything and you'll have the most amazing granulation going on. It's just super cool pigment. And it goes on like black, but it will lighten up and give you a lot of granulation. And maybe what I'm gonna do with this one, I just laid that down, I'll put a little bit more down, and then I'm gonna drop some different color. So I'll drop some of this, which one is this one? I'll just drop some of the Bloodstone or Garnet Genuine in there. See what happens. And then I'll drop some of this. I don't know which one this is exactly, but I'm going to drop some of this. Is it the Sienna or the burnt orange? It's one of those two. And the quinacridone gold. I think that's this one. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just playing. And maybe, hopefully you have your paints out and you're playing too. Okay, so that's gonna dry over here. And I'm gonna use, so I'm just being thrifty with my paper, just trying to not waste too much. This one is Minnesota Pipestone. And this one I think is a good fall color too. So we'll try it. This is part of their Primatech, is it? Yes, it's a Primatech color. So it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. It's a gemstone. Pipestone, gemstone, pipestone. Okay, and the pigment is Genuine Catanite, Veritable Catanine. Okay. Catanite, it's a type of gemstone. Okay. And this is, okay, so this is my absolute favorite red, period. Hands down, love this red. I add it to almost every palette if there's room. And that's why I have to keep reordering it. It is Daniel Smith's Deep Scarlet. And it is my favorite red. This is in honor of Halloween, for blood. It's very red. It's rich. This is Daniel Smith. Deep Scarlet. And if I can see the pigments on this, it's going to be hard because it's smashed down. Benzimidazolone red, Rouge de Benzimidazolone, PR 175. And that's it. All right. I think the next one I'm going to do, I also really like Michael Harding's Alizarin Claret. This is really pretty. Look at that, it's gorgeous. I find it hard to lift some of the Michael Harding paints if I'm not really careful about, if I don't dilute it enough in a palette, because it's super pigmented. But there you go. Drop some water in there. Okay. And the Alizarin Claret is PR 177. There's another color that I didn't pull it. I love Bordeaux, and I think that that's a Daniel Smith color that I love, the Bordeaux. And I think I will do 2 more and then call it a night. This one is Piedmontite Genuine. Piedmontite Genuine. And that is their Primatech, so it's Piedmontite Genuine, that's it. No. Let's see. I'll probably take pictures of these in the morning because the lighting is, I can take pictures, yeah, in the morning. of these swatches. Probably, well, I think it's okay. Because if I wait till the morning, then I won't be posting my video until like 2 days from now. And I want to get this up. So this was Piedmontite Genuine. And the last but not least, this is a new one to me, Purpurite Genuine. Purpurite. Let's see if it lives up to its name. It sounds like it would be purple, and it is. Okay. This paper's rough. Oh, this is really rough paper. It's the cheap paper that I pulled out, but you can really see the granulation in this paper though, that's for sure. And let's all right, that's it for tonight. I think this one is mostly dry. So this was our comparison. And I can talk about those a little bit and give you my impressions. I'm going to move all this aside. So, if I were to tell you what my favorite, see, this is the Michael Harding Burnt Sienna, and I really love it. And I also really like the Rosa Gallery. Not so much the Daniel Smith or the Deep Deep Light. Too brown. I mean, too brown for me. Sorry, don't want to. Schminke went down really pretty, but as it's drying, it's not as impressive to me. So, this Lefranc Bourgeois is nice. And then this A Gallo Burnt Sienna looks brown. Just kind of like the Deep Deep Light. I wonder if it's because they're both, so no, A Gallo's out of Italy. Deep Deep Light is out of Latvia. I'm not a huge fan of the Sennelier. It's just kind of not anything amazing to me. And yeah, I would say my favorite of these burnt siennas would be the Michael Harding from what I've swatched. So let's look at the raw siennas. Now their tones are also different. A lot of it's just a matter of your own preference. Again, I really do love this Michael Harding raw sienna. I like this Winsor Newton one, but it's more yellow. And then the Daniel Smith, no, the Deep Deep Light one is lovely. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a hard time picking a favorite. I would say, you know, this raw sienna from Rosa Gallery is more kind of on the browner side, but it's really nice. I do think it's nice. And A Gallows is beautiful. All right, I have to make a decision here. And then Le Franc Bourgeois is nice. I like Michael Harding's because I like what I'm seeing up here. Winsor Newton's nice, but I don't know. Maybe I think it's going to be between A Gallo and Michael Harding and Deep Deep Light. And that doesn't really narrow it down to a favorite. They're just different. Rosa Gallery's is lovely. It's just more brown. It's kind of kind of a darker color. But for raw sienna, I think I like these three the most. And if you want to make a comment in the bottom of the comment section of my video, let me know which was your favorite. And then here we have some of the mixes I did up here earlier. And then I do like this Dragon's Blood. It's really nice. These are really great fall colors. So this is my Ode to Fall video. Yep. So, okay. And then these colors are still wet. But this is interesting. These Daniel Smith colors down here are very granulating. They're the Primatech line of paints. Okay, oh, I missed a sheet here that I did. This is my mix of a bunch of things I dropped into the Bloodstone. And Bloodstone gives a lot of great effects, kind of like a Mars Black. And this is the Garnet Genuine. And the Quinacridone Gold by Daniel Smith is lovely. You see, I think I like Daniel Smith's burnt orange the most on this page. And for the Quinacridone Gold, I think I like Michael Harding's, I think. I have to mark this as Michael Harding. Okay. Thank you for joining me today, and have a great rest of your week. Bye, everyone.